Welcome to the first wonderful project that we are going to build in this section. Now here take a look. I have here the working demo of the project that we are going to build. And this project is called Guess the Number. What about this means? So as the name says, the goal of this project is to simply guess a secret number which is between 1 to 20. And here in this input we can type a number. For suppose let's say I'm entering here the 10 and then check here. Here we have a message that the number is too high, and then again I am typing that the number is 9. Now this is the correct number. Now my score is 19. Before we have typed here 10. So for that reason my score is decreased 1. So my high score is 19. For each failed guess, our score will decreases by 1. Now here after guessing the correct number, the screen background color changes. And then now if we want to play again, we can simply click on again. And then here it will resets everything except for this high score. So with this, I think you understood how this project works. And before entering the project, we need to grab your starter files before we start. After opening the folder, here see we have a starter file, and then open here we have index.html and then JavaScript file and then CSS file. Now all of the project interfaces here basically implemented in HTML and CSS. Now this whole HTML document is made up of a smaller HTML elements, and a little bit we can select elements in CSS, and now we can do the same in JavaScript also. Now here anyway, before we learn that the DOM and DOM manipulation actually are means, let's quickly learn an easy way of selecting an element in JavaScript. Let's write here document dot query selector, then open and close parenthesis dot message. Actually, this query selector is basically a method that's available on the document object, and we will see more about in later. Now here we passed a selector. This selector is exactly the same selector that we would use in CSS. Here we have used this message. This is the class name, and this selector is we used in JavaScript also. So we placed this in the string, and we want to select the element with the class name of the message, and so we need to write dot here. So this is the class name. For that reason we write it dot here. If in case this is an ID instead of a class, we would use the hash symbol. We need to write like this, hash. But here it is a class, so for that reason we used dot. Now enter here console.log, and then open in console. Now this is our result, this is our output, and this is the demo page, and this is our output. Let's console here, inspect, and then press console. Here see, just to move some downward. Here we have written the message here. So the message class is, we have written the text that is start guessing. So this one. Once close this. So this is the one, and then inspect. Now here the point is we get the entire element here, and as we hover over it, it actually even gets selected here on the page. This is the first, basically this is the DOM manipulation that we did. Now the element that here is not really useful, we need to change that start guessing. Once see this here, it will display the correct number, and also when we enter the number it displayed too low and also the too high. So further the name, the text is changing to another text. So we need to change the text content. So this part here first called the element, and so the result of this query selector method is gonna be an element, and then on that element we can read the text content property. So for that we need to use another dot here, dot write text content. Here we have two dot operators. We remember that we have multiple operators. They are executed from left to right. And so first this operation here is done, and then the next one. And then reload here, check. We will get start guessing, which is really just a text content of this element. You will get an idea about how to establish this connection between our code and the user interface. And so, in other words, the HTML document that's being displayed in the browser. So, this was a quick introduction to the DOM and how to select an element. And so, this is all about the session. And we will see in the next video that what DOM actually is and what is DOM manipulation. See you. Thank you.